Hello everyone, ItzzDivinity here, and with a new episode of my series called Fire Mage Approach To. This time around, it's going about Lady Inerva Darkvein on heroic difficulty. So in this video, you're going to see me doing some tips and tricks. There's not a whole lot we can do extra as a mage on this fight, I must say. There's not something like fancy shenanigans that we can do with Ice Block or Alter Time. So just deal with this boss as you normally deal. There's not a whole lot we can do extra in order to help out the raid, right? But before we jump into the fight, you can see my conduits and my talent setup right there. As you can see, not a lot is changing. So, but yeah, let's jump into the video. So as you can see, we're getting kind of closer to the boss. So we get that one additional pyroblast in the boss during our combustion. Because of the fact that Phoenix Flames has a long travel time, it is actually better to stand closer to the boss in order to get that one additional crit of Phoenix Flames in the boss itself, in order to get one more pyroblast out of your combustion. This is something I learned together with Twitch chat over when we were live streaming, and this way we actually got one more pyroblast, so it was really amazing. But as you can see, we're just hard casting pyroblast, instantly using combustion on the opening, because there's not a whole lot going on on the start of this boss. So just do our single target rotation. So this boss fight, you keep in mind that are things that you need to soak. And yeah, we are basically just all spread around, and if a soak is near you, you just basically soak it, and that's it. As you can see, there are two soaks happening on the left of my screen right now. I'm actually looking towards it, checking if they're getting soaked. Well, they're getting soaked, so I don't have to do anything with it. And after my combustion, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling right now. And as you can see on my video right now, adds are about to spawn in 10 seconds. And my combustion is about to get up in 10 seconds as well. And since we do know that these adds need to die quick, I'm actually gonna hold my combustion so the adds die quicker when they're up. And since we don't have to wait that long before they spawn, it's actually fine to hold on our combustion. I already saw someone moving in the puddle next to me. Since the damage is always the same, even if there's only one target in there, you don't necessarily have to soak with two people in it. As you can see, we're already preparing for our combustion, because out of these orbs, the adds will spawn. We're just going to fully blast into the boss, because the fact that our ignite is going to spread around to the two targets around us. And since we're combusting, our ignite actually deals quite insane amount of damage. As you can see, it deals 1.5k to the big ad, and the other dead is already dead, right? So it's really great. I'm just quickly going to go back, because there's one mechanic, even since you have probably melee in group, that should deal with it. It's also something we need to take into consideration. The small ad casts an ability called Condemn. And this ability, you have to interrupt no matter what. If it's not getting interrupted, it will wipe out the raid, because you're going to get a really nasty debuff on your raid itself, and you're just going to die from it. It's something that we need to keep in mind as well, even though we're ranged. So that's something to just look at while you're doing your mechanics, right? So we're just going to keep going. We don't have to deal with opening the anima containers. That's something a healer should do. And now the ad is dead. What we should have done here, right? I'm kind of late on it. It's already 18.5%, but what I should have done already is the moment the big guy falls below 30%, I should have instantly switched towards the Spectre in order to use Scorch. Right now, I should have already switched to the Harness Spectre to use my Scorch to get the maximum value out of the Searing Touch talent that we're running, right? But I didn't, and I actually just started casting the moment it had 18% HP, and I only got 2 casts in it. It was already dead. So we don't get the orbs, so we don't have to do those mechanics at all. And yeah, we're just chilling, right? Like, there's not a whole lot to do about on this fight. It's like a really chill fight. It's a pretty cool fight. Checking if they're getting soaked. Well, they're getting soaked, so we don't have to worry about that either. So we're just looking around, well, DPSing, right? Seeing if everything is being done correctly. And as you can see, second set of adds are about to spawn. Our combustion is up in 5 seconds. So that's actually perfect time, right? So because of the fact that we hold our very first combustion for a few more seconds than it was before after it became ready, right? We're able to basically always combustion every single add phase that's spawning. And by doing this, you're greatly increasing your DPS output, but you're also helping out by killing the ads a lot faster. Because of the fact that the ads are not shared, I'm still fully single targeting Lady Inerva, right? But I'm using my Phoenix Flames to spread around my Ignite to the targets around her to help a lot more on those ads. If the ads HP were shared, I will probably use Flame Strike, but because of the fact that we're not running Flame Patch, it's not really worth it, and these ads die fairly quick on the Heroic. So it's not really useful to run Flame Patch on this fight, because you're probably only going to cast Flame Strike 3 or 4 times in total. So Conflict is still going to be better. We're going to continue. As you can see, I'm actually going to combustion right here without having all of my 3 charges ready. But it's fine because of the fact that my charges are about to get fully recharged anyway. So this way, even if you're at 2.5 stacks, you're always going to be guaranteed to have 2 stacks of Infernal Cascade during the entire fight. This is very important to maintain your maximum amount of damage. So we're just going, just blasting, just AoEing around with Phoenix Flames, right, to spread around the Ignite. As you can see, it's a 1.5k Ignite that we spread to both our targets. The other one's dead already. And we're just going to scorch the moment combustion is over, right? What I should have done is not instantly use Rune of Power. I should have waited a little bit to get more charges out, to get more charge of Fire Blast, to get more damage out of my Rune of Power. I'm jumping a lot, like actually really a lot at the moment. It can negatively impact you on DPS, but not that much because of the fact that we're using Scorch, right? It's just more difficult to move instantly if it's needed, right? You can blink, but it's just kind of negatively impacting you. We're actually really lucky on this pool, I must say. Like, we didn't get any mechanic, we didn't have to do any orbs, or had to do any ads. So we were just able to really focus on doing DPS. And this is actually something I want to call out. This guy is not moving to the left, right, but the other person that did get the ad is adjusting very good, right? He's moving towards the person that's not moving. And because of the fact that he moved, the ads are going to be spawning close, and the boss can be actually just tanked in the middle, right? Or tanking somewhere close in order to just cleave down those ads. As you can see as well, purely because of the fact that we built our combustion at the very start, before the first ad spawns, we're almost having combustion again, perfectly lining up with every single ads that are spawning on this fight. Because of that, we're just greatly increasing our damage output. We're greatly helping out with the raid by just killing those ads faster. So we're just going to keep going. As you can see, everything's getting soaked as well. The ads are spawning. We just missed 2 seconds on our combustion, but the moment we get combustion, we just go. We just go. Boss is almost dead. We just blast the boss, making sure the ad is not getting the cast off. But we just blast down this boss fight. But yeah, that's basically Lady Inerva Darkvein. As you can see, this boss fight can be really relaxing if you don't get any mechanics. But if you get every single orb and you get also the ads, it can be... yeah, it can be that you have to do a lot of things, right? But as you can see, on my pool, I didn't have to do a lot, but I was still checking every single time if everything was going correctly, right? I was still checking if everything was getting soaked. Yes, we're doing correctly. And because of that, we're always keeping it... yeah. We're always just checking out if everyone's doing what they need to do, right? And as I said at the beginning of this boss, there's not a whole lot of tips or tricks that I can give you on this boss fight, since there are no cool shenanigans that we can do with Ice Block or with Alter Time. And yeah, the only really great tip that I could give you on this boss fight is the second combustion that we get, right? Hold that one for the moment you get your ads. So you can just help out with cleaving down those faster. Because as you can see throughout the video, every single time the ad spawned, I got my combustion again over and over and over. And that way you just greatly increase your DPS output, and you're helping out the raid by killing those ads faster. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. If you did learn something out of it, or you just enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe then, because it will really help me out a lot. I'm also live streaming every single raid that we're doing on twitch.tv/ItzzDivinity. So if you feel free to just hang out with me, that's totally cool, man. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching, and have a good day. Bye-bye.